Good morning. Welcome to Enfys Tarot. It's January 6th, 2024, and it is time for Earth Magic Monday. We are going to pull these Earth Magic cards today in front of this window with the beautiful snow coming down, because that is some Earth Magic right there. And then we will follow those cards up with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. If you're getting snow today, please enjoy the beautiful view. Try to stay off the roads if that's at all possible. And Spirit, what do we need to know today? What is our Earth Magic message? Ooh, first card coming in is Ancestors, Generations. Take a good look at that card right there. That's a beautiful card. And it's really making me feel like getting warmth from deep within, right? In this cold, it's like such a beautiful juxtaposition against that snowy landscape. And we have this warm energy coming up from our ancestors. So let's see what they're talking about. Oh, release. Autumn equinox, release, another nice warm looking card. So there's definitely some fire energy coming in here today. And as I say that, there's the volcano, volatility. Let's find out what's going on. I'm going to pull a few more. Reflection. There's a winter feel for you. Breath, forest. Getting a lot of... We have three cards showing trees. We've got winter solstice, reflection, forest, breath, autumn release, autumn equinox, release. And then we've got DNA karma, which is so much like the ancestors card. Do you see that guys, with the similarities between these two? So here's what I'm thinking. Let me take a moment to look these over. I mean, with the volcano card, the volatility, and I'll hold that one up again here, it really has the feeling of storing energy, like stored energy that's about to come to the surface, right? When we can connect with nature, coming in these three cards here, reflection, breath, and release. Actually, the order would be breath, reflection, release. That's the order. This is about meditation. And as you're meditating, you want to be calling on your ancestors and your own higher self so that you know what to do with the stored energy. It's a really beautiful reminder that when we have intense feelings, intense emotions, they serve a purpose. The purpose is to drive us to act, to do something. But sometimes we don't know exactly how to gauge our emotions. We don't know what our emotions are really telling us. So we end up either kind of hibernating or suppressing things. Sometimes we lash out. Sometimes we misdirect our anger. And in this reading right here, it's a beautiful reminder to engage with those emotions and those stored emotions in your DNA. We have the DNA card. And oftentimes, if we've experienced things, sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're sad, sometimes they're mundane, sometimes they're tragic. Those emotions can get stored in our DNA. And then we have to find a way to like acknowledge them and understand them and release them so that they can drive us toward growth and connection, rather than shoving them down until finally they just erupt like the volcano. So that's where your breath, reflection, and release comes in. That is the antidote to this volcanic eruption. But it is very clear that for everyone listening today, we are being given a job to do, and that is to release some of what we are holding on to, some of what we're storing. okay? And some of it could be generational stuff, things that have been passed down to us from our ancestors that we kind of just were born with, and we don't know like what that stuff is. We can't even tell that it's there because there's no contrast, right? We were born into it, and we just know that we have this sort of like same kind of pattern or situation, or you know, it's that generational curse stuff or ancestral generational stuff that latches onto us and doesn't really belong to us. That's being given an opportunity to rise to the surface right now, and so that you can release that a little bit. But you want to do it under a controlled setting. You want to be able to maintain the control over the release of emotions so that it does not erupt into something volatile. That's a big, loud message today, guys. So think about what you might be holding on to. It's funny that we're having this conversation today because this morning I tried somatic yoga for the first time, and that has a lot to do with moving stored energy, really. So it may be, and I don't know why I chose today to do it. You know, it was one of those things where I just kind of woke up way too early, and I was like, what am I going to do with my time? I'll try this out, you know. And so that's what I did, and it's definitely something that I felt called to do, which makes a lot of sense given this reading here. I think it's like the time right now for us all to be doing just that. Just breathing, reflecting, releasing, letting go of those things that we really don't need any longer. All right, Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, look, keep like, when the Page of Wands comes in reverse during a conversation like this, I'm getting the message that we keep on trying to do the same thing for a different result. If we keep trying to do the same thing, we're going to get the same results. We're not going to get something new out of doing that. Yeah, that's the right idea. Ace of Wands coming in here. It's time for new ideas. It's time for inspiration. It's time to change things up a bit. In order to get that flow going, to get that inspiration, we've got to let go of some of the stuff that isn't working. Yeah. Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's that cycle, that pattern that keeps on continuing. That's the conversation today. And yeah, you're going to get this card right here, which is the card of feeling dissatisfied, looking at all of your efforts and finding that you're not getting the results that you're looking for. I'm truly amazed at the Seven of Pentacles coming in right now, because it's totally reiterating this conversation. Knight of Cups. Okay, here is your silver lining. So although it's going to take some work to release some of this pent-up stuff, this stored negative, low vibrational energy that's sort of gumming up the works, you know, it's going to take a little effort, just attention. Sometimes it just takes the acknowledgement that it's there and giving it a moment of attention in order for it to be released into, you know, the ether, wherever it belongs. Once that's done, and we can have these new ideas, we're going to feel very much swept up in the romance of it, very much swept up in that feeling of joy and depth and love and connection. The Knight of Cups card is the knight that comes and sweeps you off of your feet. So by releasing right now, we are given the opportunity to replace those spaces with something that is more inspiring, more romantic, more passionate, something closer to what we were intended to be here for. Yeah. Queen of Swords. Now you're thinking, and now it's time to really have clarity. Once you get that feeling of the silver lining getting swept off of your feet by the Knight of Cups, you're going to be able to think so much more clearly. You're going to be able to communicate your desires, communicate what you need, communicate boundaries, You can, you can establish a boundary and say, hey, look, I've been holding on to this ancestral trauma in my DNA since I was born. And now that it's been released, I know what I'm supposed to feel like. I know what it feels like to be closer to the Creator, closer to God. And that feels really, really good. It's fulfilling. And you can then assert your boundary. You can say, this is what I want. I no longer accept this kind of negative, low vibrational energy that I was kind of just carrying around with me all this time. So it's really a pivotal crossroad for a lot of people, because you could very successfully continue this kind of unsuccessful juggling act. And I say unsuccessful because I'm gauging it on the conversation here of what is success. Success, as it pertains to this conversation, is feeling fulfillment, feeling joy, getting that connection and feeling of love, that depth of love and emotion, and feeling just satisfied, really feeling gratitude, waking up and knowing that you have everything you need already to feel fantastic. That's success in this conversation. And if we continue trying this, sort of off balance juggling, where we've been kind of carrying on these negative, low vibe energies, we're going to keep on getting this. We're not going to have the success we're looking for. So be prepared, guys. Open it up a little bit. Even if today you just take 60 seconds to breathe, reflect, and release something, I promise you're going to be so much closer to this Knight of Cups, this Ace of Wands, this Queen of Swords, where you will be feeling impassioned, feeling inspired, feeling like all of a sudden you see solutions because you have new ideas and ways that you feel more connected and fulfilled. 60 seconds. Give it 60 seconds and see what happens. And here's the final card for today, the World card. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her there in all her glory, totally vulnerable, knowing that she's protected by all of the energies, all of the elements, her spirit guides, the universe, the Creator, and she is just wielding her batons, going through this ever-changing world around her and feeling pretty good about it. So that's your reading today. That's your Earth Magic Monday reading. I hope that lands on all the people it's supposed to land on. If you found this content helpful or inspiring, please, it would help me out so much if you would like and subscribe. If you think that this might be of value to other people, go ahead and share it. Thanks again. I will see you tomorrow for True Intentions Tuesdays. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the magical earth that we live on.